What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. Today, we are looking at the 5 things that we learned from Tottenham Hotspur to Brighton 2. It is the 5th match of the Premier League season. And now, I wasn't able to watch this game in its entirety because I was on the road. But from what I did watch, I was extremely impressed. I think we were very unlucky to go 2-0 down. I think this could be one of the best performances we've seen under Thomas Frank. Now, Brighton away is never an easy fixture for us. And I think coming away with a point from this match, we can take away that this is a good result for us. We're going to look at our 5 things that we learned from Tottenham Hotspur 2, Brighton 1. Let's get right into it. Lesson number 1, Udogie is great. This guy's the truth. He was my man of the match personally. I thought he linked up with Wilson Odegaard very, very well on the left side of the pitch, and I think that really gave us a different dynamic than Jed Spence would do. I called for this in my last video. I was ready for him to start. I would love to see Jed Spence and Udogie in our back line to give Porro a rest. I do think that's going to happen in the Doncaster game, but I think that this is a top performance from Destiny Udogie, and I think that this will earn him more starts in the future. I think if we can get the proper left wing to link up with him, not saying Odegaard did a bad job by any means, I do wish he could have gave more, but Destiny Udogie is a serious deal, and I'm excited that he is back from injury, fully healthy, and really developing, and to get some more match fitness into his game. Lesson number 2, let's talk about him. Xavi Simons coming off the bench in his rightful place in the number 10 position. Wow, what a player. This is the Xavi we all wanted to see when we signed him. We wanted to see him in the 10, going through him dictating every single moment. And I think when he came on, he completely changed the game. What? Did he get like 2 chances or created 2 chances in the first 10 minutes he was on the pitch? I think that this guy needs to play here more consistently. Now, I do understand why they played him on the left, to get him acclimated to the Premier League, to get some minutes into his legs, but I think that he should never leave the number 10 spot because he was that good. And I know Wilson Odegaard, he has a ton of room to grow, and he's not all the way there yet. Him and Tell are kind of in the same position, and Xavi Simons out there on the left is probably a better option than Odegaard. But I think the trade-off is worth it of having Odegaard with his lacking in quality on that left side. No disrespect to Odegaard. Like I said, I think he's a great player. He's going to develop into a really good player. But I think the trade-off of having a lack of left side attack, but Xavi Simons in the middle is going to be extremely good for us. I think we should take that option way more than we don't. Lesson number 3, what needs to be said about this one is our mentality. The resilience to come back from a 2-0 win is not something you would always consider with a Tottenham Hotspur team. Because, listen, we're winners now. We have won the Europa League. We have guys like Cuti Romero in our squad. He's our captain. I think this mentality is the mentality that Thomas Frank is instilling us in training. And I think it's going to be massive for us going forward. This is the type of mentality that wins you matches, that gets you firing and competing on all fronts. This is a super big deal, as big as you may think it is or not. Having this kind of mentality, saying it's not over till it's over, is what gets teams across the line. You saw this weekend of Arsenal versus Arsenal versus Man City. Gabriel Martinelli gets the last minute goal in the 93rd minute or something like that. And it shows okay, teams like this in the top have this winning mentality that it's never over. So this coming back from 2-0 is a huge, huge achievement for Tottenham Hotspur. Lesson number 4. Now this one hurts. I think we gotta start asking questions about Vicario. Now I love Vic. I love how vocal he is. I love how passionate he is. And he has great talent in specific areas. But I do think both goals, instances where I think he could have done better. More so the second goal. The first one is hard because Yakuba Minte, he's really good, but that second goal, man, I have questions. Top goalkeepers for top teams are saving that shot and they're coming away with 3 points. It's just as simple as that. A top goalkeeper would not let that go in. And yes, I know it's not just him who messed up. We gave the ball away from in areas that we shouldn't have and led to this opportunity. But I think when it gets to him and he has to do his job, I think we lacked him there. Now, yes, he's bailed us out plenty of times, like the Bournemouth game, but I think sometimes the defense saves him more than he saves them. I think the defense is so solid with Romero, Van de Ven, Udogie, and Porro. I think that sometimes it kind of paints this picture of Vicario being this top goalkeeper when it really isn't. It's just a defense in front of him is just that good. I think this is an area that we could look to replace if Vicario doesn't kind of develop his game and get into some better form. Not that he is in terrible form, but stuff like that just can't happen. We can't have that. Last but not least, lesson number 5. Now, this one is the big one. I'm going to make a whole separate video on this topic, but I wanted to bring this question to your mind. What is our best 11? We're 5 weeks into the Premier League season, and we've seen multiple formations, multiple lineups, injuries. Yeah, I understand that's kind of involved, but I'm going to leave it to you. What do you think Thomas Frank's best 11 is? I want to know your thoughts in the comments. Like I said, I'm going to come out with a video with my opinions, but let me know what you think your best 11 for Tottenham Hotspur is. Now, with that being said, that's the 5 things that we learned. Like I said, I'm sorry that I kind of missed the Brighton match. I was on the road while it was going on. So this 5 things we learned just kind of came out of the stuff that I was able to see. I watched a little bit of the replays. I watched the match back, just kind of skimmed through it. But let me know all the lessons that you learned that I missed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really, really does help me out. What do you think is Thomas Frank's best 11? And as always, come on you Spurs. God bless.